Why are we all here? Why are we all coaching this? Why are we all spending time in this community doing really hard workouts while simultaneously working on ourselves as coaches to grow and develop and become more and more competent at this profession? The only reasonable answer is because we deeply believe that this is the best route. This is the best thing for achieving higher levels of fitness with the athletes that we deal with. We have to believe wholeheartedly in what we're doing and why we're doing it for any of this to make sense. So let's re-examine why we're doing what we're doing, what exactly we are doing. We've chosen to invest our time in teaching people CrossFit. CrossFit is not something that is a nebulous thing that's hard to pin down in terms of the program or what it gives us or why we do it versus other things. It is a very concrete thing. The definition of it is constantly varied functional movements executed at a high intensity. Now, the intensities will always vary based off of the individual that we have in front of us, based off of their psychological and physiological tolerances. In addition to that, the intensities will vary based off of the workout that we're doing. So some workouts will have higher levels of intensity based off of the program. Something like thrusters and pull-ups, 21-15-9 at a breakneck pace is going to have a higher level of intensity, measurably per minute, than something like double unders in a workout that is double unders and sit-ups. Just due to the movements, you're going to have varying levels of intensity. Both might be fast, but the overall max intensity would be different. Similarly, a 5x5 back squat is going to have a different level of intensity than a 5K run. All of these intensities will vary naturally in the programming as long as we have good, varied programming. If we do the same shit all the time, 12-minute AMRAPs, 12-minute EMOMs, 12-minute 4 times, things that fall into that 12-minute range, then we will not be varying our intensity levels that much. So make sure we're changing up the time domains, make sure we're changing up the movements that we're doing, make sure we're changing up the loadings that we're doing so we can vary up those intensity levels, even though all of them will be high relative to the definition of CrossFit. Now, that's the high intensity part. Functional movements allow us to do things that are natural, found everywhere, they're relatively safe, but the most important characteristic of functional movements is their ability to express power. Power is directly equal to intensity. Intensity gives us results, which is why we use it. Where do we want results? We want them everywhere, so we vary our program. That's constant variance. So again, CrossFit, constantly varied, functional movements executed at high intensity. That's why we use it as the program. That's the program, and that's what we believe in, and that's why we use it. However, it's actually less important than what the program gives us, because what is doing CrossFit for? Why are we doing it? The resounding answer for every single person out there should be to improve our fitness. Fitness is not a nebulous thing at all. It's not one component of fitness. It's not just strength. It's not just endurance. It's our work capacity across broad time and modal domains. Work capacity is our ability to output power across broad times, any time frame, modal domains, any activity. Can I output power across any time frame and any activity? Broken down even more simply, can I do whatever I want, any activity, at whatever level I want, work capacity, for however long I want, broad times, okay? So our fitness is our ability to do what we want for however long we want at whatever level that we want. Our program should support increases in fitness. If we lose sight on our program side of what we're trying to do in the long run, then we've lost sight of the entire point of the program. So, to recenter, we use constantly varied functional movements executed at high intensity because they give us results across the board in the quickest way possible. But we want these results across the board because we don't just care about the program, we care about what it gives us, which is results across the board in every time frame. So we want to have the ability to live the life that we want to live. You should be able to unpack this for people. Why your program does what it does, why they should go harder, why they should maybe go heavier, why they should do something that has higher levels of complexity, why something like a med ball clean would be valuable to learn for a normal person, why we don't just do barbell lifting, why we don't do barbell lifting every day. Why do we use dumbbells? Why do we use kettlebells? All of these things need to be understood by you for your own benefit so you can feel confident in delivering the program that we're delivering. So let's recircle back to why we're here. It's to make people more fit using the CrossFit methodology. Are there other methodologies that make people fit? For sure. The reason we don't use them is we don't believe they work as effectively, efficiency-wise, like they don't happen as quickly, and they're not as fun. And the other hooks like community and pursuing difficulty and all these other great things that come with our program are not there with them. It's why we do the program that we do. Now, if you no longer believe in any of this and you just want to go off and do other stuff, that's okay. But don't poo-poo this because you've decided to shift your end state of what you're trying to do. So again, we're all here doing CrossFit, constantly varied functional movements executed at high intensity, in an effort to increase people's fitness, work capacity across broad time modal domains, so they can do what they want, when they want, at whatever level they want, for the entirety of their lives. Their ability to do all of that through the entirety of their lives is their health. That's why we're here. That's why we have the gyms that we do. That's why we have the communities that we do and the people that we do. That's it. You sweet? Enjoy. And coaches, keep working on yourself because you're the key to all of this. Stay virtuous.